Hello everybody, and welcome back to some All the Mods 9 to the Sky. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode we got together and we got our unobtainium. And that's kind of where we left it. We've been doing some oddball stuff. Today it's my last day of vacation, so I've got one more big job that I want to do. That'll make life easier going forward through this. Well, I got two jobs really to do. One is going to be getting crops set up, which we're not going to do today. The other is going to be what we are going to do today, and that is we're going to start automating our applied energistic stuff. We're not going to be. I want to automate all the parts for it. We're going to be messing with 3 different mods today. I don't know how much we'll get into all of it, but we're going to be messing with AE, Extended AE, and Advanced AE. Trying to get through all this. There is no quest for the Advanced or the Extended AE, and basically what it all is ways to make things a little bit easier. We're going to be we've got to do our normal CPU crafting setups for now. To automate the processes, we're going to need to get to the other stuff. So we need to do the CPUs and stuff like that. We come over here, we can look through here. The Autocrafting stuff, the pattern providers, we'll be doing all of that. The molecular assemblers, our normal molecular assemblers, and pattern crafting we will not be doing. So we've got to do crafting storage for our extended AE. And when we get into the extended AE, we're going to be doing the assemblers matrix. With this more or less takes the whole thing as far as our pattern crafting and our pattern storage, and just puts it in one little multi-block structure. Puts it in a multi-block structure, and we don't have to keep doing the other. And then once we get all of that going, we will get into the quantum crafting, which with this, it gets rid of our crafting CPUs and makes everything a whole lot faster. The only thing I have done in between is I have I've had to add some more drawer upgrades to this, where we keep filling stuff up, which is great. This is working out great. But if we come in here, the one thing that we were going to need more than anything was glass, and I had not made glass. So we have glass making now. And then I've also got andesite going, which that's filled up. That's going to be way more andesite than what we need. We're going to need a bunch of it when we get into the create stuff. Which, like I said, I want to get our auto crafting stuff going. Patterns for any of the the pattern providers, the patterns, the cabling, all that stuff set up. That way, as we start making our way through all these mods, I can just set it down. We can get it going, and I won't have to go back later and do it, which is one of those things that I always seem to have a problem doing. So, first things first. We are going to need to get into... we'll just put the one cell on there for now, so I know that we need that. We're going to need to get into I need to look at the advanced one. The advanced one is not that bad to do. We can go ahead and do, well, that's the pattern providers. So first thing we need to do is I need to get a handful of these all made up. It gives me 6, which should give me a couple of those. And that should be enough for now for this. At AE2. So I need our crafting units. These all get, crafting units are our big thing. We're missing logic controllers. Those I need to get all automated. I got a lot of work to do. This is going to take some time. All right, so we are back. Just kind of a quick 411 on things. So how we're going with applied energistics? How the channels, basics of the channels work. Each side of the ME controller can have a dense cable connected to it, and each side can have 32 channels. If that's all you want to run with, that's all you need. And that is, you can connect 32 items up to just this one thing. Anything else that gets connected to it after that, something will not work, or that item will not work. So that's, I mean, it's the one big difference between. We're just going with these guys right now. I like to use smart cables. That way I can come back and look and see, hey, well, we're using this many channels. Now, I can tell you this. Even though this has 32 channels right here, and I've got these smart cables running here, we can only connect 8 things to this, even though this one can hold 32. I should probably go ahead and let's redo this. Do not vein mine. Oh, wait. Have they changed it? Used to be if you vein mine one, it veined mine like all the stuff. So, but basically, you've got your regular Fluix cables. These will hold 8 channels. You've got your smart cables, which they only hold 8 channels as well. They just show you how many channels you're using. And then you have the dense ones, which will hold 32. Now, you can change colors of the cables. They will not connect to each other, or you can use anchors in between cables to keep them from touching each other. That's usually what I do, is use just anchors. But the recipes for these, the smart cables, you need a covered cable, which is just one Fluix cable and a piece of wool. Redstone, glowstone gives you the smart one, and then 4 of these gives you the dense. So not really that bad to do. The biggest thing I have right now is I don't have a ton of wool to keep making these up. But what I do have is I did make, matter of fact, I've got them going over here. We're doing a bunch of AE stuff. We've got plenty of Certus quartz and Certus quartz dust, and that's one of the other things I need to talk about. We were doing the our silicon with the Certus quartz dust. I have almost triple the amount of nether quartz that I do Certus quartz dust, and the silicon is, even though this is for refined storage, will work in here for these guys. And I have made acceleration cards. These guys are really not that bad to make, and it has sped up this whole process a lot as far as getting some of this stuff made up. So, okay, that's all that. But anyways, I've got spider seeds growing. Matter of fact, we need more spider seeds growing to get us the wool that I want for what we need, because you can make string with the spider essence. And, of course, we've got our Fluix seeds growing. And yeah, I completely forgot that we could just throw this guy on top of here and it'll work. And I have made us I can't get in there to it, but there is a supremium hoe in there to keep all that going. So, but now, as far as this goes, I made a whole bunch of dense cables because I like to run my main lines off a dense cable. We'll get into all the intricacies of everything, but basically, I'll run a main line with dense cables, and depending on what I have going on, I will run, but like I'll run the smart cables from here. And then if I get to where I have a whole bunch of stuff, I start using P2P tunnels. We'll get into all of that later. Right now, it's not anything that we necessarily need to worry about. So, but I want to get these guys set up, show you that I've got to make the other. Oh, we got 3. I've got to make our other bits, which is where I got started with the other crafting. I made way too many ME controllers. So we need our crafting. Let's go in here. Our crafting co-processing units. We'll go ahead and make 12 of those for now. And basically these, we can just add these to them. They can be single stacks. I think they can go up to 3x3. Right now, this gives us not very much processing, but it does give us, we can do 3 different items. And you can see they change. If they don't change, it means they're in a spot that they're not going to work. So now that we've got that, we got to get into the crafting patterns. Alright, so we've made 2 different terminals. One is our pattern encoding terminal. This one here will allow us to make blank patterns and make recipes on blank patterns so we can put them in our pattern encoders for the machines and stuff like that. And our access terminal allows us to see, once we start hooking up machines and pattern storage and stuff like that, it will show these in a list so we don't have to go to said item in order to do it. As long as the machine or whatever is connected to the network, it is there for us to access there. So first things first is we need some blank patterns. These guys right here, just kind of show you how this works. So we've got some blank patterns. I don't have any pattern storage, so it's not going to be able to show you how it works because I can't store it. That is the next thing on our list, and that is where we're going to get into our extended AE. And I just feel like this is going to be it's going to take some work, and this is why I'm doing this today. Because if we look at this, that's not what I wanted to do. I love the fact that we've got these guides. It is a multi-block structure. It needs to be rectangular prism with edge links between 3 and 7. We're going to go ahead. It has to have at least 1 pattern core and 1 crafting core. We have all the stuff to do and can make this. It's just going to take me a while to craft all of it because nothing is automated yet. This is the one that I'm going to do. It's a 4x7. No. It's a 4x6. Why would you do something like that? That's even. You're not supposed to do even them. That's what we're going to do, is that picture there. So that means we're going to have to get, I did not mean to go away from that. We're going to have spots inside. It's 2, 4, 6, 8, 24 spots that we're going to have to fill up with these. The speed cores, I do not know. Speed cores, accelerations, 5 cores will allow to run it. So we can make at least 5 of these to fill up the spots. So that's kind of where I'm at. I've got a lot of crafting to do. Alright, so one of the things that we're going to need for this that I forgot, if we go in here to our pattern cores, the crafting core, and the cores, is we need these lumen paintballs. which is paintballs with glowstone, and the paintballs are just matter balls with dye. And to get the matter ball, we need the matter condenser. And I've got that with our 4K, and we can get, I mean, this is, that's how you get those. It's also how we get the singularities when we get to that point. There is, if we look here, we can get those. It just takes more items. But with us putting in water, it doesn't take very long at all to do all this. Like I said, we're going to need a bunch of these. And I should probably just get us a drawer and put on here and be done with it for the moment, because like I said, we're going to need a lot. So that's what I'm going to do. Let's get us a drawer. I don't have a drawer. And that's what I'm going to do. But that's how we get the matter balls. I've got our matrix set up. We've got to give it the inside stuff. All of the holes inside of here have to be filled up in order for this to work. If I'm read that right. I know one of them is that symbol matrix will work with enough co-processing unit safe channels. Yeah, it must be completely filled and can't be hollow. So yeah, that's where we're at. Alright, so we are back. So I have gone with, it was 12 of the cores, which gives us, lets us run 8 jobs at a time. Which, so 8, 12, we can run 90 different crafting jobs. It'll do 90 different crafting jobs. We won't be able to do that right now because we don't have that many CPUs. And then I've got 7 of the pattern slots, which gives us room for like 220-ish, 30-ish of the pattern to hold. So now all I need to do is finish making the walls, and then we should be good to go. Alright, so I'm pretty sure I have enough now to finish this. This actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it did not turn, well, it's not going to turn blue because I don't have any power or anything run to it. Let's get us some cabling. And let's see if we can get this going. That's not what I wanted to do. It did turn blue. And now it's not blue. But this should only be, so we've got all of this storage now for crafting recipes, and it's only using one channel. So we come in here, our assembler matrix, we've got all that space for patterns. That is awesome. Alright, so let's make sure all this is going to work. So the first thing that we're going to need to do is get some blank patterns. We've already made a few, but if we do a recipe for that, we can do a recipe for the quartz glass. We should be able to throw these in here now. And we're missing iron. Well, we know it works. I just need to get some iron. And I should have a bunch of iron in here for the moment. We'll just go ahead and use it. That can go up, that can go up. And now we should be able to craft 100 of those. That doesn't take very long at all. Awesome. Our first bit of autocrafting is done. Now it's going to be to take these guys, probably make them bigger, start connecting. First things first is we'll have to connect these guys. Matter of fact, I think we ought to just go ahead and see about that. If we look at inscribers, we've got this guy right here, the extended inscriber. It's not that hard to do. It's a lot of items, but we can do this, and it runs 4 at the same time. We can change, let's see, you can run 4 inscribing jobs at the same time. Let's craft one of these up and see what it looks like. That shouldn't be that bad to do. So yeah. Alright, so we've got this guy crafted up. Inscriber job 1. It doesn't say... Automation can access any slot from any site. Input slots cannot be extracted from. Top and bottom slots can be extracted from. Can we do this? Oh, I really need to mess with this. So it does look like we can do all of these at once. I did not mean to do that. This is just kind of a test run to see. Extract, always active, insert. But it is only... Okay, so it will if we have the right pipes of doing this. Let's see here. There is speed upgrades for this. I don't know if I've got the stuff to do them. I do not. But it will do all 4 of them. So we could probably set up a recipe for 2 machines and be done with this. If it'll go to the right ones. Alright, so it looks like it will handle crafting any and all of them at the same time. So I've got a extended or advanced pattern provider. This is what we're going to use for a lot of this stuff, and it is because we can... I think it's this one. And so this one, that one. One of these allows us to choose. Yes, it is the advanced pattern provider. It upgrades extended pattern provider with configure the face for pattern. So we can change which side does what based on which one. I don't know. It's a higher priority. I'll have to figure that out. But there is a way to set it to where it is going into... We can choose which side it goes into what. It might be... that one, this one. Larger pattern inventory. I'll have to look. I'm not exactly sure. But like I said, we can now... if I go in here, this is all going to move. It just so happens that this is just kind of where we're at. I need to make another pattern provider So this guy, we need one of those, pattern provider, and the advanced one. And then now I can make recipes. Wait, before we do that, let's throw our speed upgrades in there. And I can make patterns. I don't have silicon squared away just yet, but we can make patterns for all of these. Those two, all three of those. 1, 2, and a 3. And now I should be able to craft up 10 of those right quick. And 10 of those right quick. And we should see it pop up and show that we've made those. We should be able to... That is where we're going to run into the issue. Because that is going to put everything there. Wonder if there is a way around that. Alright, so the easiest solution to this was to set it to a stack of 1. And it's already run through all of them anyway. So now we've got our all of our processors available. All I've got to do is get the silicon stuff, but we will start working on that probably next episode when we start working through some of our machines and getting them all automated and stuff. We do have a bunch of quests we need to complete. Matter ball. We got all of our auto-crafting stuff, growth accelerators. Alright, we got one for our crafting storage. We've got our patterns. The crafting coprocessors, molecular assemblers, accelerator cards, other stuff that we'll just probably craft later, and then we've got our capacity cards. And then there is one here for our smart cables. And is that all? Nope. Oh, we got one for basic storage. I've been using these. So these frame drawers, because we've been having wood issues, I've been using these to do our drawer upgrades because we're getting just tons of iron nuggets from our sifting. And I think that is everything. So with that, we have got started in our applied energetics auto-crafting. All we can do now is go up from here. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!